So hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So basically I'm going to start off by putting sand on my eyebrows. Yeah, and then I don't know what she's doing now. And then you put clay like to make your eyebrows, I think, more sharper. You understand? Like more sharper. And yeah, that looks ugly, but okay. And then you're gonna put, I think they call it contour. Yeah, contour on your face to like make your face. But why is it so much? To make it like more orange, to like have that nice golden hour look, and all that. And then I'm gonna put mind you, what's this? Why is she putting lipstick on her face? What is that thing? Gloss, yeah. I'm gonna put gloss on my face to like sharpen.
To find something unique about yourself. You need to find something that stands out about yourself. Don't just wait for brands to approach you. Approach brands as well, but start by posting on your social media platforms. Be consistent, put in effort. Like, you can't have no posts, no profile picture, 50 followers and expect brands to approach you. Social media can put you under pressure. Social media can put you under a lot of pressure. So don't fall apart, guys. Like, I think people need to remember that social media isn't real. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of NOCHILL podcast. I'm your guest for today, Matladi.
Yes, Bafetu, welcome. Bafetu are here to share with you, Bafetu, the stories of people who are doing great on social media. And just to remind you, Bafetu, I'll always do this because I want you guys to get it. 3 E's. We're here to encourage you, to entertain you, and to educate you, obviously using the stories of others. And Bafetu, today's guest, like she already introduced herself, her name is Matladi. She is so beautiful and she is a model. She's an artist. She's a makeup artist. She's just artist J in general. But we're going to get to learn more about her modeling journey. The reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of people ask me, Chill, please, can you get someone who's a model? I want to get to understand how do they get into this modeling thing. So today, she's here to answer all the questions. But before we dive to Matladi's story, Bafetu, I'll always remind you, you can even see today's episode is sponsored by Easybet. We make betting so easy. Betting should be fun and entertaining. If it's not fun and entertaining, you're doing it wrong. And always be responsible, Bafetu. If you are under 18 years old, it's not for you. Matladi, welcome to NOCHILL podcast. You're so beautiful. I love the way you dressed. It just shows that you're a fashionista.
Thank you.
I want to get to know you, obviously for the sake of people, people who are aspiring to become models. Mm-hmm. You've done so well so far and it's very young. But I want to understand, how did this thing of modeling started and fashion artist? Tell me about your childhood. How did your childhood influence the person you are today?
Growing up, sure. I had an amazing childhood.
Is it?
I had the best childhood.
What is the best? I want to know that.
Like my mom was she was a free mom.
Sure.
We would play with mud. We would play outside. Yeah. We would do crazy things, and my mom didn't limit us. We had a great childhood. Growing up, I was very artistic as well. I think my parents could see that. And I was like that child in class that, let's say we were drawing clowns, and I drew my clown in detail, and I put so much on my clown, and other kids did basic stuff. So my parents already saw it, growing up and stuff. But yeah, I had a great childhood. I had an amazing childhood.
at that moment when you were doing those things, did you ever thought that one day I'm going to be an artist, I'm going to draw people, I'm going to draw things, I'm going to be a model? Did you see it coming, or you just now realize, oh, wow, I can do this? Is there any connection between?
I did see it coming.
Okay.
I knew I was going that route.
Yeah.
My parents knew, everyone could see it. It was so obvious.
Yeah.
Because I was always into art stuff, whether it being makeup, whether it being experimenting with like colors, paper, paint.
Yeah.
Like I would even like burn paper with like fire to create art, you know?
What?
So I used coffee. I used to draw with coffee. So I was very artistic. Like I was very artistic.
What, were you growing around artistic family? Where did you know that you can burn fire? What was the inspiration? What were you watching at that moment?
So I took visual arts as a subject in school.
Yeah.
So they said we could like experiment as much as we want. And I wanted to find out if we could experiment with things like fire and coffee and,
Yes.
you know, because I'm artistic like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just asked.
What was your biggest dream?
My biggest dream.
Yes, that's something that I want to be like. You know, when we grow, we always have, I want to be a doctor. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. Did you envision yourself being in the industry of fashion, of artistic, of modeling?
I didn't think I'd get into modeling.
Yeah.
But I knew that I wanted to do... Yo, guys, please don't think I'm a singer or anything. I draw portraits.
Sure.
So I wanted to do something in regards to art galleries. I wanted to have my portraits in art galleries.
Yeah.
I wanted to sell them so people can, like, you know, decorate their houses with them. Like, I just wanted my artworks everywhere, like, worldwide. That's a dream I had for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you are today. You have a billboard, actually.
Yes, I do.
With Fila.
I do.
How does it feel?
Yeah, I actually didn't know I was on a billboard at first. I was just getting DMs and messages, WhatsApp messages. Dude, I saw you on a billboard. I think you're on a billboard. I'm not sure if I saw it. I'm like, what? And then people were taking videos and sending it to me. And I'm like, where is this? And they were telling me, like, it's in Sandton, Woodmead. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go and see it. Like, this is amazing. I don't know why Fila didn't tell me. But yeah, it was so exciting.
Did you go?
It was so... I did go. I took pictures and TikToks and everything. It was so fun, yeah.
It feels good, ne? Like,
it does.
One of my dreams, I also want to be in the billboard, guys. One day. Just don't know for what, but it will happen. So, obviously, I mean, the billboard is just something that is happening now. But tell me about the difficulties of modeling. You said before the camps that it's not easy. I just want to understand the challenges you faced to be where you are today as a freelancing model. You know, what is a freelancer model?
So being a freelancer means not being signed to an agency, like getting yourself booked, doing everything yourself. Yeah. So that is what a freelance model is.
Okay, cool. You chose that route because there were so many challenges. Talk about those challenges.
Yes, the challenges. So when I started, I did the typical stuff. Like I went on Google, you know, I went and I did research, how to become a model, you know, and, you know, Google said you need to sign to an agency. Yes. And that's exactly what I did. So I went and I looked for a few agencies and I signed to them. Yeah. But the challenging part was that I was getting rejected. I was getting rejected left, right, and center. Yeah. And then eventually I got accepted by a few agencies, but now they weren't doing much for me. Like I wasn't getting booked, I wasn't getting auditions. Yes. And the agencies that rejected me, actually, they were telling me that they already have someone that looks like me, my height, I'm too short. So I felt like they were basically telling me I'm not good enough. Yes. So I'm like, you know what?
How was your mental at that point when you're being rejected? Because rejection is something that we don't really... It can make us just to give up, you know. But what were you thinking? What made you to be resilient at that point and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it my way?
It was so sad, but instead of having the mentality of wanting to give up, I actually got motivated. I got motivated. I'm like, Yazin, asngengi. Asngengi. So you know what? I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to do this myself. And I'm going to show them that I am good enough. So, yeah.
So when they say there's someone that looks like you, how does it feel? Like, what's the meaning of that? Like, in what way?
I think they meant that I have a very common look. I have a very common face. I'm just a girl with very common features. There's already someone that looks like me in the agency, so... You know.
So in modeling, they look for uniqueness.
Yes, they look for uniqueness. Like, I have a friend who has vitiligo. He's an international model. So his skin is very unique. So he gets booked a lot. He's international. He's everywhere. So they want different. So I have clear skin. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl, guys.
So, wow. I mean, we're trying to understand because there are so many people who want to be into this modeling industry. And it's the most challenging and difficult industry, especially in our country. What are the other features that agencies obviously look for besides looks?
You know what? I think that you need to find something unique about yourself. You need to find something that stands out about yourself in order for agencies to take you. Because if you're just gonna come, fill in an application, send your pictures through, like, they don't have enough information to be like, okay, we're taking you because of this. So you have to find something different about yourself.
Have you found it? What is it?
Because I took the decision not to sign to an agency, I haven't really, but I think in this like modeling journey, finding myself and I'm still learning the differences about myself.
So it's more than just looks. You also have to find yourself.
Yes. It's more than just looks, definitely, in this industry.
You know, I mean, I'm asking this because, I mean, there's someone who's very tall, you know, and beautiful. And automatically, they just feel like, I need to be a model. But it's not that they should be, or they're supposed to, or they're meant to become one, but because of the features and all. But what other stuff that, like, obviously finding yourself, when you find yourself, you then know exactly what is unique about you. How do you then put yourself out there to say, this is me, this is how I am, you guys want to work with me? Because drawing from your own experience working with Fila and Unique and all these brands that you've worked with, what do you think they were buying?
Confidence. Creativity. Effort. Consistency. So there's like a lot of other factors. If you're not confident, I don't think you're gonna survive in the industry, hey? If you don't like hold yourself up high, you're not gonna survive in the industry. And you have to be passionate about it to a certain extent to actually love it. You
don't only do modeling. Obviously, modeling is what obviously is there. And I kind of feel like it's the big picture.
It's the main.
It's the main. But there's so many things that you do. You do makeup. You know, you're very good at makeup. You know.
Thank you.
And you draw. You know.
I do.
You there's a lot that you do, right? Do you think everything that you are doing, they kind of interrelate in a way or interconnect, if there's such? Like, how do you even, I mean, what are the dynamics of just doing all these things at once? I mean, if they interact, how do they interact or interlink?
I think they do connect.
Is it?
Because like me being an artist or drawing when I was young, like people are not surprised that I'm a model now.
Yeah.
You know, because I was really like practicing makeup on myself. Like makeup goes hand in hand with being a model. You know, drawing. Like if I'm able to do my makeup and I'm a good artist, like it makes sense.
For sure.
So yeah, I think that's how they connect. Like it just makes sense.
What advice would you give someone who's been aspiring to become a model? Like it's been so long, but obviously there's always one route that they teach us in this industry, finding agency. What would you say to that person that is watching there, looking at that camp, because you're not talking to me?
Okay, I'd definitely say start by trying to find an agency. And if that doesn't work and you want to take the freelance model route like me, don't just wait for brands to approach you. Approach brands as well, but start by posting on your social media platforms. Be consistent, put in effort. Like you can't have no posts, no profile picture, 50 followers and expect brands to approach you guys. Like be consistent, approach brands, show them your work, and give brands like a platform to look back at and say, okay, I want to work with this person. So that's the advice I'm giving people who want to get into freelance modeling. Consistency, passion, and quality content.
Nice.
Is the way to go.
That's so beautiful. I mean, now you are doing freelancing, and obviously there are dynamics within that also, because you treat it as a business. So one thing that I want to understand about the portfolio. Can you just share with me your modeling portfolio or the past work? What type of projects have you been involved in? Like, what styles do you enjoy doing? Yeah.
Okay. In terms of the portfolio, so what I did was I created a media kit. So a media kit like has all your information in terms of like the brands you've worked with, the kind of work that you've done, putting up pictures of the type of content that you create, your niche, your analytics, your insights of your followers, your engagement. Engagement is very important, putting down that information, because brands don't really look at your likes and followers. They want the engagement. Do you have real followers? Do you have supportive followers?
Yes.
And the brands I've worked with Fila.
Is that your biggest one? I mean, in terms of achievements, obviously.
It was my first biggest one because of like the production team. Like there was a whole production team, like makeup artists, designers, like there was everyone. It was crazy. So I've worked with Fila, I've worked with Unique, I've worked with Nivea, I've worked with I'm currently cooking up something with Mr. Price as well.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, congrats.
And I've worked with so many brands, like I'm even blank right now, but I've worked with quite a few.
Sure.
I've also done Joburg Fashion Week. I've done runway. Actually, with my height, I didn't think a runway was going to be possible for me. So when Joburg Fashion Week reached out to me, I was just like, oh my word. So I can actually do runway with my height. You know? Those are.
And how was, because my next question was going to be, where do you specialize in? Because I understand there's fashion, there's commercial, there's editorial, there's runways. Which ones do you feel comfortable, or which ones have you done so far?
I do fashion. I do fashion. I work with fashion brands. And I also do just photo shoots for content.
What is commercial? What is runway also? And because these are niche in the modeling industry. So I mean, I feel like it's very important for people who are watching to at least know, so that they can then consider or decide whether they go for runway. What do runways look? You said that you didn't think that you do runway. What do they look at? At fashion, what do they look at? And the commercial? What is it that they're looking at?
Okay, so commercial is like your McDonald's ads, Nando's ads. So it's basically adverts.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's acting / adverts, commercial.
Cool.
And then with commercial, they don't look at height. So actually, some agencies recommended that to me, that I do commercial. But I don't want to do commercial.
Why?
I don't want to do commercial because, like, I'm not a talkative person. Like, I enjoy being in front of the camera in terms of like posing and looking pretty.
Yeah.
I want to be in front of the camera just to look pretty.
Sure.
Literally just to look pretty and, pose and stuff. And then runway, they definitely look for height. But I think now that everything's evolving, they're starting to change the way that they pick their models and stuff. Because what I've seen is that they're starting to go for models of all like shapes and sizes and all heights.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. And then with fashion, they just look for... They don't look for much in fashion, actually.
That's why you do it.
That's why I do fashion, actually. And also, I just love nice clothes.
Nice.
And the nice thing about being a freelance model is the PR packages as well. The PR packages that you get. Because I don't even know when was the last time I bought clothes, guys. Because I'm forever getting PR packages. So I don't know when was the last time I got jewelry. Like, it's crazy. So,
what is PR packages? I mean, to someone who... Obviously, that's a modeling... language. What is that? It's like you get freebies?
Yes, in return for content. So when I started doing my, like, this whole freelancing thing, I started small. Like, you have to start small as a person, right?
Sure.
So I would take anything and everything. Like, I was still learning myself in this modeling industry and the model work. So I was just taking PR packages in return for content, and sometimes I'd even like do content for free, right? Until I'm at a point now where I can say no to certain brands if they don't align with like my content, or I feel like their rates are not for me. So yeah, you do get a lot of free stuff in the beginning. So now you say in the beginning, would you advise someone who's starting to take those free stuff? Do you think is the right way to start? Because others will be like, no, pay me. I can't do this thing for free. Obviously, there's that attitude. And we understand because we're trying to eat. You understand? You don't want to feel like you are being used. What advice? Is it better to start when you're starting to take free stuff? Or it depends? I think it's okay when you're starting out. Because that's a way to build your brand. It's a way to grow, you have something to create content with, you building yourself. So I think it's okay. That's how I started, and that's how I got here.
So guys, if someone, even if it's just an unknown brand, and saying, can you please just wear this thing?
But stick to your brand, guys. Stick to your brand. Like, don't just take anything that doesn't align with what you do.
But I mean, if you're a fashion model and I'm coming as NOCHILL, say, hey, I have a jersey, hey, it's NOCHILL, it's called NOCHILL. Can you please wear for me? And I don't have mine, but I mean, do you think they should do it, or they should say, hey, pay me? I mean, I'm just trying to understand, Ori, when do you then start saying people must pay? And when do you take for free?
I think when you start looking at your engagement, your followers, and the type of content that you create, like, you can just see, you can feel it that, okay, no, I think I'm worth
something.
I'm worth something now. Like, I think now I can start getting paid. I'm at a point where I can actually start getting the bag. You're
young, you're talking about the bag. And that's the reason why I call you, because I want other young people to have bag. It's good.
It's
good.
It's good.
You glow. Guys, money. That's why we're here. I'm here to inspire others to also get to that level. You mentioned, I think you said media kit. or red, media
The media
kit.
kit, yeah.
What is media kit and what is the red card? Because I also want to understand, how do you also say, okay, I'm gonna charge Fila this much, and I'm gonna charge that brand this much? How do you come with prices? Obviously, that's a rate card, but what is a media kit and what is a rate card?
Okay, so a media kit is like everything with all your information, like from your engagement, your followers, to the amount of likes you get, profile visits, to what gender views your profile, to the countries. It's literally got everything, like your lifestyle content, whatever content that you do, the niche that you do. It's got your rates as well. It's literally got all the information. And then a rate card is just the card with
amounts.
The amounts that you charge.
How do you then say, I'm going to charge 10K? What drives that? Or it's just an instinct thing? You're like, okay, I'm going to give them 10K. And this is question one. How do you come with the charging? Do you somehow feel like you're overcharging or you're undercharging a brand? Have you ever felt like that before?
Yes. Definitely. I've also been told that, not just felt like that, like I've been told like I'm undercharging because the content that I create is quality content. I absolutely love quality content. If it's not quality, get it out of my face. But you look at the content that you create. You basically feel your worth. If you feel like this is what I need to be charging this brand, and this is what I think I'm worth in terms of like my engagement, my followers, the content that I create, this is how much I'm going to charge. But I think it's also good to like get advice from other influencers and, you know, social media, and just ask around, like, what do you think I should do? You know? So,
And then I think I asked two questions. I don't know if you answered the second one, but I kind of forgot about it, but it's fine. So, amount. Let's play with the amount. Let's play with the money. You know, let's inspire.
Okay.
You know, how much was your highest? Did you come with it, or the brand came and said, this is how much you can offer you?
So some brands are okay with negotiating, and some of them like give you a price and that's that. Take it or leave it. So which one was the highest for you and you couldn't resist? What was the highest amount I've been offered?
If you're okay with saying, don't feel pressurized, you know, because I don't want people to be like, hey, this one, she has money, and then, you know. But if you feel okay to say it, because I mean, remember, the aim is to inspire, it's not to brag. Exactly.
The highest amount I've been offered is 27,000 rand. You like, as you grow, you get paid well by these brands, eh? But for a 20-year-old, I think 27,000 is a good amount.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Salary.
It is a lot. It is a lot.
And then
but also, it's a big brand. I mean, yeah, it's big brands.
And that money came in your account. You was like, how? I'm being paid for just doing what I love. I'm not working there. Like, I can't go along. You know, they want to pay me for what I'm already posting. You know. So, I mean, that's good. And congrats on that. That, in this economy, it's a lot of money. You know, and I'm also going to come to the financial part, because you need to educate us. I'm sure you've made some mistake there and there, because, I mean, you're starting to get money still young. And maybe the financial education is not there. But if it's there, we will have to know more about that, you know. So I would love to know more about how do you then deal with money when it comes, you know. What have been your most memorable projects that you've done, and even, you know, you can't forget? Oh my God, I just wish I can go back to that moment. And what were those little pieces that make it so great as a memory?
I'd definitely say Fila.
Yeah.
Like Fila was amazing for me. Like the production team was amazing. They were so kind, very fun people to be around. I was very comfortable.
Yeah.
And just getting like playing dress up. Like
Yeah.
I love dressing up. I love makeup artists. I love getting my face done. I like changing into different outfits.
Yeah.
Like being a model is great, man. Like you just get all these fun things. I enjoy that.
I mean, in this fashion world, I kind of feel like, there was a point where I wanted to be a fashionista. Everything matters. You don't just wear. You wanna know. Just wake up. But now, when you become a fashionista, everything has to pay. There has to be that detail that talks to that one, and that one talks to that one. How do you deal with the fashion trends? And to make sure that you're still relevant and you still make people be like, wow, I love a fashion taste, because a lot is happening in this fashion industry. People are wearing things now,
Yeah.
and also the pressure that comes with the changes and the trends. How do you deal with that?
I don't think I stay up to date with trends, eh?
Is it?
I think I have my own like style
Yeah,
in terms of like how I dress. I have my own fashion.
yeah,
But obviously when a certain brand approaches me in terms of fashion, I'll obviously like go through the type of fashion that they, specialize in, and I'll be like, okay, this is for me. I can do this.
Yeah.
I can work with this brand. So I have my own fashion brand. I don't really associate it with like trends or like the brands I work with.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm me. I'm doing my work with the brands.
Sure.
So it's, yeah.
Obviously, this is the glamour side of modeling.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the challenges within the modeling. What challenges have you faced, and how did you overcome those challenges? I'm trying to help someone to inform them in advance. If you want to come, you should know these sort of challenges. You might face them, but this is what I did. You could do the same. Copy paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by glamour?
The things that we're talking about,
Yeah.
like, the experience working with Fila, obviously those are the good side of it. But what are the bad side, the challenges that obviously makes you be like, oh my God, do I really want to be in this
Yeah.
industry? Oh, can't this industry like this? I thought maybe, those things that comes and you're not ready, and you see them as a challenge. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if are you facing any challenges, but the challenges of just being in this industry.
It's definitely the financial side.
Sure.
Because sometimes it gets hectic as a model. Like sometimes you get, especially for people who are signed to agencies, like they get paid a certain amount. They can't pick or choose. They have to pay tax, But
And how much
as a freelance model, I just get everything.
Yes.
But the financial side also, like traveling. Sometimes, so I'm from Pretoria, and sometimes I have to travel to Joburg, or I have to fly to Cape Town. So it's a lot, and sometimes you just have to accommodate yourself, like you pay for all that stuff yourself. So I think those are the challenges that you'll come across. Yeah.
Imagine, do you also look at how much you might spend and how much you're gonna get, and you check at the difference, or okay, this doesn't
Definitely.
make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. So financial part is challenging. Is that all? I mean, I want something that you overcame, because obviously that is forever challenging, depending on who's asking. But other things, like your mental health kind of vibe,
Yeah.
not getting gigs sometimes.
Oh yes, oh my gosh, not getting gigs. Oh, sometimes, sometimes I feel like I'm a workaholic, ne?
Yeah.
There's times where I wouldn't get gigs, or I'd have to rest because I've been working so much.
Yeah.
And I'd feel like my life is falling apart because there's just one day where I don't have a gig, or there's one day where I don't have an audition or anything.
Yeah.
Like it gets difficult when it's like that.
Yeah.
And also in terms of the modeling industry, sometimes it gets so messy and busy
Yeah.
that you need to get used to the messiness and the busyness.
Is
It
it?
takes time to get used to that. Yeah, because everything is just next
Yeah.
model.
Yeah.
Everything is just so quick. with the modeling industry.
So those are the challenges. But then how, in those moments, how do you keep up with your head up?
I think because I've already done so much work, I think I've gotten used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think now I know how the industry works. Mentally, I'm able to handle it now. Emotionally, I'm able to handle it. Yeah. Oh, another challenging part was, okay, so let's say you're getting your makeup done.
Yes.
Right? And maybe it's someone that doesn't know how to work with your skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
It was sometimes difficult to like find the right foundation, to find the right eyeshadow or whatever for your skin tone. Like sometimes I wouldn't like how my makeup looked, and I'm such a perfectionist, and I'd just be like, oh my gosh, am I going to be on the camera like this? Like I'm going to be posted by this brand. So also like learning to speak up in the modeling industry is very important. To say, okay, but I don't like how this looks, and you know, can you please fix this? It was very difficult for me, but I managed at some point.
Yeah, because my next one was communication.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, there's so many things that you need. I mean, you're a freelancer, if I may say, and you have said that enough. You need to be professional yourself.
Yeah.
No one is doing any work for you. If you are pitching, you are pitching. Have you ever pitched to a brand and they accepted your proposal, or it's always about them coming to you?
It's definitely, I don't think people should expect brands to come to them all the time. You should definitely reach out to a brand that you want to work with, especially if you have something to show. Yeah. So I've reached out to brands, and yeah, I've worked with some brands that I've reached out to. So it's...
How was your pitching strategies? What did you do?
So it's just the thing of like, I highly recommend like emailing and getting into their DMs. So when I email them, I'll just come through, hi, you know, I'm Matladi, and this is how old I am, this is my niche, this is what I do, this is how many followers I have, and I really think that my brand aligns with, you know, what you guys do, and I'm really a fan of the brand, and I'd really love to work with you, you know. And then you send them some of your work, you send your media kit, you send your rates, and it's also very important to let a brand know if you want to get paid by them or you just want a collaboration.
Is it?
Because coming to them and not like being specific about what you want, like you're probably not going to get paid. So be specific about what is it that you want from them. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, you can't just be a model and start posting pictures without pitching. You know, is it smart to go buy clothes from the brand that you want to work with, dress it nicely and tag them?
Yes.
Have you done that?
Yes.
So tell me about that.
I feel like there's disadvantages and advantages to that.
Yeah.
Because the disadvantage is that you're giving them free
Marketing.
marketing.
Sure.
And then the good thing is that they notice you if you tag them enough.
Sure.
You know. So it's tricky. This one is tricky. But yeah, I don't know.
What do you think? What would you say? Obviously, recommendation and the personal recommendation. Would you say if you really, really want to work with a brand, at least show some effort to show that you really want to work with them? Go buy that thing and tag them. Don't think about free marketing. And you know, I kind of feel, now that where I am today, just to share a little bit of my story. I work with so many brands for free so that I can build my profile.
Yes.
To say to the next, I've worked with brands, they paid me this much. Obviously, I was lying. And obviously, that is a sin. But it's also the wisdom of a serpent. You know, we need to be smart enough to know. I've worked with so many brands by just using that trick. And I'm saying it now because it works.
Yeah.
You know, do something for free, you profile it. You go say, they paid me 20,000, I need 50. Though it was free. It's a smart way. I think, I mean, guys, come on. We're living in Ramaphosa's economy. You need to be smart about it. But
yeah,
it obviously depends how many you want to give them for free. You know, if you want to, for example, you want to work with a specific brand, you go buy things, do for free, tag them, let them see. And then you can go to GM and say, here's the link. I posted you guys already.
Yeah.
Here's the engagement.
It definitely works.
Eh?
It works.
Yeah. So they must, if you're starting, erase the money part. Money will come. Eh? Is that what you can say? This is me.
It's a good thing, but how I did it was I just post quality content, you know, but I would obviously tag the brand. But I think it's more about if you post a lot of fashion content, then fashion brands are going to approach you. You don't have to necessarily tag them.
Is it?
But I think the better way to do it is by tagging them. I do recommend that. It's also a good way to do it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually perfect.
Because you also have something to pitch to them that, look, this is the type of content I can create for you. This is what I did in your brand. So I'd love to work with you. It works.
So where's Matladi going with this? Of course, you have to. And I like the fact that you were like, you know what, this year I wrote that I want to go to a podcast.
I did.
You see, I want now it's manifesting. I mean, it's tell me about now. I want to understand your techniques in terms of planning. Why do you write things down? Why do you say this is what I want to do this year? How important is that?
I feel like it helps speak things into existence. The tongue is a very powerful tool.
Sure.
And I think that it helps manifest.
Sure.
I think writing down your goals and looking back and saying, this is what I wanted to do and it's finally happening.
Yeah.
I think it feels amazing, you know.
Sure.
I write down a lot of my things. I did write down that I want to be on a podcast this year, and thank you to NOCHILL for calling me. I'm so happy to be here. So this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
I write down my things. I write down my goals, and
it works. It always works, right?
It works.
I do that also.
Yeah.
But why did you agree to come? I know that must sound like you answered it, but you haven't. There's so many podcasts. You could have been called by anyone and say, come. You know, why did you say, okay, I'm going?
So I agreed to come because what you're interviewing me about is probably like my most asked questions on social media. So to have like a platform like this to talk about it and tell people that, you know what, you can look back at NOCHILL's podcast about where I talk about, you know, the modeling industry and the fashion content, etc. And also I just looked at like your previous podcasts as well, and I just felt like it's my vibe and I really want to do this. So I'm like, why not? You know?
So mostly, but you were doing it for your people because...
Yes, I was doing it for my people.
That's good.
I was.
It shows that you really care about your people, who follows you. So I asked the question, where are you going with this? Where do you see yourself? Let's say in the next 10 years. Yeah.
Next 10 years. In terms of like modeling.
Everything.
Yeah.
Because this like archiving. You need to come back to this episode. Sure. And say, this is what I said, this is what I said, this is what I said. Obviously, it's not everything, you know. God always redirects you.
Yeah.
But now, what is it that you are seeing for yourself for the future?
I definitely still want to be in the modeling industry. I do want to see myself international in the next 10 years. I have like a list of brands I want to work with. So
can you mention them?
I want to work with Steve Madden.
Yes.
I want to work with Era by DJ Zintle. I want to work with there's so many other brands.
And you're wearing Era there.
I am. No, these were a gift, but you know, I want to work with
Sure.
I want to work with them.
Yeah.
I want to work with international makeup brands as well, Maybelline. Because I do use a lot of Maybelline products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, these products, I mean, it seems like you already using them.
I am. I've started doing makeup content now.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect the makeup content to do so well because it's literally like blowing up. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah, I've started doing makeup content now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's so fun about makeup content? Because some people are doing makeup content because people are doing makeup content and it has engagement.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you're getting those engagements? What is it that you're doing that is unique? What do you think people are actually liking? Is it you, your face, your beauty, or what?
I think it's because I just go for simple looks.
Yeah.
And I make makeup look easy, I guess. Yeah, I think it's just the way I do it. Again, like I see everything as art. I also see makeup as art. So it's probably like the simple looks that I do because I don't go for anything hectic.
And who taught you?
I'm self-taught.
So self-taught meaning you just were you just doing it and you liked it and that's it?
Yeah, I just woke up one day, played with my mom's stuff.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, I continued doing makeup. I started buying makeup here and there, and I started doing my own makeup.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. There's a video that you did and you collaborated with your brother.
Yes.
On that video. He was doing a voiceover on you doing makeup.
Yes.
And he was like, okay, this is a brush. And he didn't even know some of the stuff.
Then he was talking about sand and clay and sunflower. And I'm just like, what are you saying?
But that's so unique and it blew up.
It did.
Why? What do you think it made it blow up?
My brother. Definitely my brother. It was not me.
Yeah.
It was definitely my
It's
brother.
the
The things he was
collaboration,
saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you read the comments, what did people say?
Well, people are just like laughing at the stuff that he was saying.
Yeah.
They were talking about his voice at some point. They were also talking about my beauty, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know you're beautiful? Is that the hardest question I've asked? It's the simplest, right? Do you? I mean, now I'm not convinced that you know.
I do. I think I've learned to see it. I think I've learned to believe it. Because at some point I was just saying thank you to compliments just to, you know, say thank you and pass time.
Yeah.
Like my thank you was so like scripted, you know.
Oh.
But now I think I believe it. I think I am.
What is the advantage of just being beautiful and know it? Because there's so many people who, in fact, guys, I'm not saying people are ugly. There's no one who's ugly. Trust me. Right? We are unique. We are unique.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
You understand? There are people who are actually beautiful. They're standing out beautiful. They're such. And to God, it's a gift. They must use it. But they don't know. That's why I asked you. Because if you don't know, someone will say you are ugly now and you fall.
Gonna tear you apart.
You understand?
Yeah.
And beauty is not just beauty. It's a gift, which means you must use it wisely. Everything that you have. The person you are, it's a gift. Which means you have to know that you are like that so that you can use it wisely.
Yeah.
So, with your beauty, obviously, modeling, do you think also your beauty or your looks contribute to your growth and to everything that you're having today?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it pretty privilege.
Sure.
But that's what it is.
But
if we're being realistic, that's what it is, you know. Yeah, I think it has.
Yeah.
It definitely has.
It should be a privilege because it's your gift.
Yeah.
You know, your gift must open doors for you. You know. You also draw, man.
I do.
But you're not really paying attention there. And you were like, if you want me to draw you, DM me and I will draw you. So, do you charge?
I do charge. Of course I charge.
How much do you charge for it?
So my price, it depends on like what size you want. So
Yeah.
I start from like an A3 to an A0. So A0 is like the biggest one.
Sure.
So my prices start from 950 to 6,000 rand. Yeah.
To 6,000 rands?
Yeah.
This-
A0 is 6,000 rand.
How big is it? Is it like this big?
Yeah, probably just a bit bigger. But yeah.
So you draw anything that you are asked to draw?
I draw portraits, but if I can draw anything else that you want me to draw, then I'll just look at it, analyze it, and if I can, I can. If I can't, I'll tell you I can't.
Wow, guys,
Yeah.
the power of imagination. You look at something and say, okay, I'll do this one.
Yeah.
That is also another powerful skill, man. You know how many people actually can draw? I think also we should also ask few questions with regards to that, because it has money. It's another industry that has a lot of money.
Definitely. There's no doubt in that.
But Mona Lisa, who drew Mona Lisa? Who drew Mona Lisa?
Isn't it Leonardo?
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
You see, he's one of the most recorded in the history. That picture is even today is still. But we do have people who can draw in South Africa. Trust me.
People are talented.
But they're chilling. They say there are
People
no
are
jobs
talented.
in Mzansi. Guys, there's no such things as or such thing as there are no jobs. Who want to? I mean, you need to create job out of you, right? You now you charge for modeling. Are you working for someone?
No.
Are you employed? Probably you're still at school.
I'm self-employed, I'd say.
You're still at school, right?
I'm still at school. I'm still a student, yeah.
But I mean, any what 20K? Kuri, I feel it's chalete thing. Don't say there's no money. It's just how you think and
Yeah.
how you do your own things. So, what are your techniques, man, or your rituals that helps you to get into the zone, or okay, especially when you're drawing? Yeah. How do you then channel your mind to say, what are your rituals? In fact, in everything, let me not just say drawing, because everything requires you to be at the right state of your mind.
Yeah.
You know, what makes you to channel in?
Something that people don't know about me is that I have anxiety.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Yes.
So drawing does calm me down. Drawing is already like something that calms me down on its own.
Yeah.
But when I do draw, I'd say music, food,
Sure.
I'm in the zone.
Is it? You love
Yeah.
food. Let's talk about freelancing. Freelancing, I think everyone should be doing that, right? Because if we look for a middleman, sometimes you can be limited. Tell me about the benefits of being a freelancer
The benefits
as compared to be when there are agency or the middleman in between.
I think with freelancing, like everything goes to you. You get to decide. You have choices with freelancing.
Yeah.
You're not so limited with freelancing.
Sure.
You know, like in terms of like the rates, like the money, who you decide to work with, you know. But with agencies, like sometimes you don't have a choice. Like you get this amount, you deal with it. You work with this brand, you know. So I'd say with freelancing, you have a lot more options and choices. And yeah, you get yourself booked. So you get to choose a lot with freelancing.
Would you say it's also a very good way to start being a business and to also understand the dynamics of actually operate the business without anyone doing most of the stuff for you and take their cuts just because they did that?
Yeah, definitely. But sometimes it gets too much being on your own. And that's why some freelancers get managers.
Do you have one?
I don't have one, but I think I need one.
What would be your ideal manager?
My ideal manager.
Yeah.
Yo, I haven't thought of that.
I mean, you need to know so that they don't really manage you, but your business.
Because I also can't just like take anyone.
You understand? So that's your assignment, I guess.
Yeah.
If you say you need one.
Yeah, I have to work on that. Yeah, no, I definitely need one because it gets too much
What
sometimes.
is too much?
Like, you get too many gigs at the same time. There's schoolwork. There's a lot to juggle.
Yeah.
There's a lot to juggle.
Hey.
That's how it
But
gets
so
to
far
us.
you've been managing, right?
Yeah, I think now I'm coping. Like, I've learned how to juggle everything, manage myself, manage everything.
You mentioned Zintle Ira.
Mm-hmm.
Why would it be a very good collaboration for you?
I just really love the jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I just really love the jewelry. Like, I think it would look good on me, and I think I'd look good for the brand.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Your reason is very simple. Any funny behind the scenes that you can still remember? What was happening?
Anything fun behind the scenes?
Yeah, the memorable fun behind the scene. Yeah, like obviously fun. I mean, like you laughed so much. What was happening?
In terms of like any brand.
Yeah.
Well, we would laugh about the fact that maybe clothes don't fit, and we have to go through hell and high waters to get the clothes on.
Yeah.
And there's so many fun things that happen on sets, especially if you're with a very fun production, because sometimes it can get very serious. So if you're with fun people, you will laugh. You will laugh.
How long? Because I remember I did an ad. It was like 1 minute long with Savannah. From 8 until 8 at night. Is this the same thing?
Yes. Yeah. Like, you can be working with a brand for like 8 hours or like the whole day. Like, that's why I say it gets hectic, because you're tired, you have to take food breaks, and then it's back to work. Like, sometimes
so modeling is a job.
Guys, there's pros and cons. Hey, it's not always lilies and roses.
No.
Yeah.
Let's get into social media. Social media, obviously, I love it. So many businesses, or even yourself. I mean, without social media, I don't think we'll be chilling here. You're sitting here because I saw you on social media. What are the things that you noticed about social media in the beginning and say, oh, okay, let me do this now?
Yeah.
I mean, the start of your brand, what was the mindset behind that, the motives, venturing into social media as well? I just want to understand, because it can be very scary.
It can.
To actually.
It can. Social media is a very strong tool.
Ne?
Like, there's obviously like negatives and positives with social media, like having to deal with negative comments, being limited as to what you post and what you say, and not ending up in any controversy, you know. So it's very important on how you handle yourself on social media.
Sure.
Because like, you can't work with big brands and then end up on headlines, you know.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's limiting. And like, the negative comments also, like learning how to block them, learning how to deal with them.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm kind of scared of criticism. Like negative comments scare me. Like, it took me a while to be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
The courage of, let's say you post a picture and it doesn't get the numbers. Because you know what makes people stop posting? I won't lie to you. I was part of it, Agar. If I post a video and within 10 hours, there's like 100 views. And the effort that I put there, my expectations was like, we're going far. Have you ever felt like that before? In your pictures, on your content?
I have.
Do you delete or what do you do?
I don't. I just hide the likes.
Why? Because that also is another thing that, I mean, are you hiding the likes for you or for people? Because this,
I think I'm hiding the likes for me, because I just don't like how it looks. It goes with the aesthetic. Like, the number must look nice with the profile, you know. But
it's a good thing to do. Does everything have to go your own way?
No.
No,
It
I'm saying
doesn't
this
have
because
to, and it
I'm saying
won't
this
always.
because I feel it, people don't post, and I'm
Yeah.
sure there's other people here who has social media behind. They don't post it all. Why? I'm scared to get less likes. Right?
And people forget that it's not about the likes. It's not about the likes.
When I started, I wanted to archive myself. I didn't have enough space for my phone. You see, the reason why you are using social media can somehow limit you. Mina, it was never about the likes. When I post, okay, I'm saving this one. In the next 10 years, I'll come and see it. I delete from my phone, archiving. Whether you liked or you didn't like, that didn't matter. So you must have the reason why. Another reason that I can share with everyone, guys, post. You see, if you're not building your brands or your social media presence now, I think Junior Koza said it last time he was here. He said, you're actually planning for financial struggle in the future. I was like, hey. So which means us who are posting every day where it's an investment. So the reason why I'm saying this, I just want people to start posting.
I agree with you.
You started. Look where you are now. And if you don't stop, you're going to go far. Right? And we must have this thing. I wrote in the book, the fear of being criticized, the fear of failure. It's always good to get 10 likes.
Yeah.
Not everything that you post is going to be the greatest. Right?
It has its audience.
It's a lesson to say, okay, my audience doesn't like this. Let me try another one. You move. You see, that is just an advice that I'm giving to people, because hiding is also to say, I don't want people to say I got 10.
Yeah.
You must be able to fail in public. So
That's why some people just disappear from social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not the right thing, guys, to disappear from social media. You must be using social media. Now my life has changed. It will never go back to where it come from because of this thing.
Yeah.
Because I use it wisely. And I'm sure. From the mic there. You can go sit. Why is the
Oh
mic?
my gosh.
Is the mic on?
Oh my gosh. My
And
heart
also
is going
Shasha, she has
My
a
heart
question.
is going pitter patter.
Oh, no, you can relax. So my question to you, I heard you talking about dealing with anxiety and having confidence, passion, and for modeling and social media. How was your journey with channeling yourself to leave your comfort zone and take on this new path for your career?
Okay, so to get confidence, I went to drama classes. My mom put me in drama classes. She's like, if you want to do this, you need to gain confidence. Because I was a very shy child growing up. Like, I would freeze and go blank. I was that kid in class who would freeze and go blank during speeches. So I went to drama classes. I gave myself like daily affirmations. So yeah, that's how I did it.
Sorry, if you still have a question, I just want to get that. What are daily affirmations? These are like big words to some people,
Yeah.
especially from rural. My viewers are from all over, right? What are the daily affirmations, and what did drama do for you to gain that? Because I went to drama. So what did you do there?
Yeah. So daily affirmations is like speaking positivity to yourself and just speaking good words to yourself, telling yourself that you're enough.
Yeah.
You're all that.
Sure.
You know, you're great, you're beautiful, all that stuff.
Sure.
And how did drama help me?
What activities helped you to actually gain confidence? What were you
So
doing?
I did like theater. Like I'd perform at Atterbury Theater.
Yeah.
And I'd have to act, you know, like when family would come to school to see their children, like I was there, like for drama, you know, so I had to gain confidence through that. And eventually it did help. It did help me gain that confidence.
It sounds like your mom, she's very supportive.
She is. I love her so much. Shout out to my mom.
She
I love my
came.
mom so much.
She came here. You came with her, obviously.
Yes.
She just stepped out, but you said she said you must drive to Johannesburg
Yes.
because she's not ever gonna go with you. She'll go with you. She'll come
Yeah.
with you to Josie, and you drive, and you'll never again do it.
Yes.
Is that how she's been training you to do stuff?
Yes. She'll like help me the first time, and then after that, I'm on my own.
Wow. And this is
Yeah.
good to parents. This is how you don't do everything for your children. You help them for the first time of once, and the next time or the second time they have to do it.
Yeah.
I feel just to remind you, we still have a lot of questions. I'm still gonna come to brand collaboration in the deeper one because I want to understand your experience, the dynamics, and all those kind of things. But just to remind the people who are watching, if you bet, listen, Easybet is your platform to go to. There's a link under the description. Go download Bafetu. Use my code. Use NOCHILL code. You see, the more I'm very transparent, the more you click there and you download. If you bet and use Easybet, trust me, they're gonna keep sponsoring us. And when they're sponsoring us, we're gonna get people like Matladi, and then they're gonna come here and share the stories. You understand? For you to learn. It's not about me. Trust me, it's all about everyone who are actually here. So do what you have to do, Bafetu, and let's go back. I love the. I think Sasha had a question, or
Yeah.
and Dumi also.
But he's not here. I'll ask it.
Okay, did he tell you? Did he tell you the question?
Yeah, this is asked by Dumisani, but
Sure.
he's working that side.
Sure.
He's asking, as an influencer, how do you handle negative feedback or criticism online, and what advice do you have for others facing similar challenges?
I'd say block negative comments, guys. Try not to read them. Try to avoid them. Yeah, blocking negative comments
So
is
is
the
that all
only
you
way.
do?
Yeah, like I block negative comments.
So you're blocking
Because
it?
if that one person is able to comment something negative, they're probably going to do it again. So you might as well just block them.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. No. And Sasha has a question.
Hi, Matladi.
Hi, Sasha.
I actually have two questions for you. Number one is, what does fashion mean to you? And the other question is, do you have love for art history?
What does fashion mean to me? Fashion to me means having your own style. It means being authentic in your own way, you know? Yeah, I think it means having your own style and being authentic. Oh, the second question.
Yeah.
Can you please repeat the second question? I'm
Do-
sorry.
Do you have love for art history?
I do have love for art history.
What is
I'm
that?
always like going to art galleries and like reading the history, and I love art history, guys. Anything that's got to do with art, I love.
Why?
Love.
Like, I just want to understand. I feel like I love, but I just don't understand what to love.
About art.
Yeah.
There's so much to love about art. Like the beautiful colors, the
Man.
stories behind it,
Sure.
the meanings behind the drawings, the paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally see everything as art. Even when I'm like traveling, like the sky, the trees, everything I see as art, guys.
Would
Like,
you say it's actually something that is installed within you as a gift to?
I somehow feel like I was born with it, guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm,
I feel like I was born with it. I just have so much love for art.
nice.
Like,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
I mean, the earth is God's art.
Yes.
Everything in it. So yeah, anyone with a question? Oh,
I have a follow-up question.
sure.
How are you? Follow-up question for Dumisani's question.
Yeah.
So with negative comments, can you now then tell the difference between someone being blatantly negative and someone who's giving you constructive criticism, and how are you able to accept that or receive that and perceive it, basically?
Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. But obviously, some people are sensitive and they take things to heart and they can't tell the difference. And then the person is now being responded to in such a mean way and they didn't mean any harm. So it's definitely important to be able to tell the difference between constructive criticism and an actual negative comment. Yeah.
I comment and say, yo, this trouser is ugly.
That's a negative comment.
But what if it's ugly in my eyes?
No, I think
No
you
one
can.
is ugly.
No. The dress. I didn't
Oh,
say
the
anyone. The dress.
I think.
And it's ugly.
It happens.
I think there's a better way to put it.
Eh,
Yeah, like there's a
There's
better way
always
to
a better
put.
way to put
Yeah, I
it.
feel like there's a better way to put it. Because ugly is a mean word on its own.
Would you actually block me, or you say no? I think maybe there was gonna be a better way to say that.
I was probably gonna say something like, there was gonna be a better way to say that.
Is it?
You could have just scrolled and moved on with your day instead of commenting something so mean. You know, there's no harm in like.
What is influencer according to you? Because I have a book. It's called The Influencer's Code, and everyone is thinking that this book is only for people who wants to be influencers online. So what is the word influencer? And in its sense, not even looking at the meaning that we gave to. Obviously, to be honest, and I'll tell you why I'm saying this after you've answered. What is being an influencer?
What is being an influencer? You know, I feel like so many people have beef with the word influencer. I don't know what it is. Like, people don't want to be called an influencer. They rather
And
want.
there's a reason why, and
Yeah,
I'll
like-
tell you. Yeah, but continue.
Okay, being an influencer means, I think, firstly, working with brands, like the common cliche ones, like
Sure.
working with brands, influencing people to buy the product.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to it.
Sure.
Like, you're an influencer, you're working with brands, you need to draw people to be
Yes.
interested in the brand that you're working with.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you influence your
Yeah,
audience.
you influence. It's literally in the word.
Influence. So you dress nice, you look nice. Someone sees you wearing these sneakers. She buys them. You influence them, but you didn't say anything. You didn't say go buy.
Yeah.
So you said, Ori, people take decisions based on how you are to actually try to copy you and be like you. So I wrote this book. It's called The Influencer's Code. I think everyone is influencers, even people who are at the back there. You, whether you're online or you're not online,
Yeah,
you
I
understand?
agree.
Because there's someone always looking up to you. Could be your sister, could be your brother. Even at church, at school, we are all influencers. You understand? Just that now, because there's this thing that influencers are mean,
Stigma, yeah.
everyone in social media who has a lot of followers are then now influencers. If you don't have a lot of followers, apparently, I'm not an influencer. You see now, we put the meaning with numbers. And it's not
That's
true.
where the problem
You
is.
understand? We are all influencers, guys. I just want to clear that out. So, what strategies have you found the most effective in growing your following?
Being consistent
Yeah.
is definitely a strategy,
Is
which
it?
is something I struggled with a lot. Like, I'd vanished for 2 months from social media because I'm like, yo, this is too much. I don't have content to post.
Yeah.
But as me, myself, considering myself an influencer, like, everything is content. Everything is content. And that's how I kept consistent,
Yeah.
you know?
Sure.
Yeah, being consistent, being authentic, being realistic.
Yeah.
I think people as much as social media isn't real, like, people only post what they want you to see.
Yeah.
Like, being authentic and real also helps. Like there's an audience out there for you that can relate to your content.
Sure.
So I'd say being real and authentic definitely helps, because you don't see that a lot on social media. So when you are authentic, like people really appreciate that. So being consistent, being authentic. What else? Posting, obviously.
Yeah. Do you engage with your people?
I do engage.
How do you engage?
Oh, engaging. Engaging is very, very important.
Yeah.
You have to engage with your followers, guys. Engage.
How do you engage? Because
like you just reply to comments.
Yeah.
You reply to your DMs. Like if they're asking for advice, like answer. Be honest. Like actually help them. You know.
Yeah.
So answering your DMs, responding to your comments, even like asking questions on your stories so people can engage with your questions.
Yes.
Is also a good way to engage with, you know, your audience, your followers, the people that love your content. So yeah.
How do you then say the brand comes to you, and how do you maintain your authenticity when brands comes to you? Do you negotiate the way you want it? You want to do it like, because other brands will come and say do this, but to find out that is not you.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I'd say a lot of them approach you because of what they've seen.
Okay.
The authenticity.
Yes.
That's why they approached you in the first place.
Sure.
But if they don't, you can obviously talk to them and say, can I do it this way? I really want to incorporate my authenticity. A lot of them do understand, but if they don't, then you don't have to take the...
Have you said no to a bag before?
I have. So many times. I think I'm at a point where I can say no to brands now.
Guys,
like
people are saying no to mine.
Guys, sometimes if it doesn't align with your brand...
Is that us?
If it doesn't align with your
And we
brand...
sleep at night.
Yeah. If they offer you... if an alcohol brand comes to me and says, I'm offering you, 50,000 Rand for 2 reels or whatever.
Yeah.
It's an alcohol brand. I don't do alcohol content, so I'm going to reject it. You know?
Oh, it's because you don't drink, right? Obviously.
Yeah, I don't drink, but it was an example. I'd work with like brutal fruits, you know. It's an example, guys.
There's that inclusion you're okay, accept. You know why?
Like I wouldn't work with Black Label.
Of course. So, but now with that example you gave, brutal fruit comes with 100K.
I'd probably take it.
So now, what about that advice you were giving that I will reject? So now I understand what is the difference. What changes? Is the brand itself?
Okay, maybe I used the wrong example.
Yeah.
Let me maybe a car brand comes and they want me to advertise a certain car, a new car coming out.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
I don't do content like that. I'm a freelance model. I do fashion content. I need to stick to my niche.
Yeah, cool.
Because now you're confusing your audience.
Sure.
And they like your fashion content and now you're bringing in cars. What's going on with this influencer?
This now brings to the most important question. The first time you saw me, what was I doing?
Today?
No. When you saw my content.
Oh, you were doing entertaining content, like funny content where you were like...
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, today I'm interviewing you. I'm doing a podcast. Of course, entertaining is part of me. But today I'm not entertaining. So does it mean that if you do that, what you are doing right now, modeling, fashion, artistry, are you not allowed to grow, to venture into other things? And if you do, how do you do it in social media in a way that your followers will still say, okay, it's okay?
I think you can, just don't mix everything.
Yeah.
Just do them separately. Because some people rebrand.
Shit.
People rebrand
That's
a lot.
the word that I actually
Yeah,
want. What is
people-
rebranding, and how have you rebranded in your thing, and what happened? What are the disadvantages that comes with rebranding and advantages?
I think rebranding can mean like shifting completely away from what you were doing before. You know, like rebranding yourself as something different.
Yes.
You know, I haven't rebranded. I've just added to my brand.
That okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've
Alright.
just added to my brand, and because my niches align, like, you know, artist, content creator, freelance model, they go together. It made sense for me. So
Yeah.
there was no need to like separate everything or rebrand. Yeah.
But one must suffer because one gets more attention than the other, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. But if you're able to juggle, why not?
Is it?
Yeah.
But for now, your best is modeling. Is the one that.
Yeah, I'd say modeling is like my main thing I'm focusing on now. Like it's my main thing I do.
Yeah. Brand collaborations. You have collaborated with big brands like Fila. You've been saying it.
Fila.
Unique.
Yes.
And Lion Brands, you know.
Yeah.
You forgot about that, huh?
I've worked with so many brands that, you know, it's it doesn't want to click.
Nah.
Yeah.
And it feels good, guys. I mean, I know the feeling. Trust me, guys. I'm not bragging. To work with brands is a thing. You know?
It is a thing.
It makes you an influencer. As one thing, if you're looking for the real, legitimate influencers, check which brands they work with. Brands don't just work with anyone. Trust me.
True.
They work with people who are influential and they have a good reputation. Reputation. So, tell me, what do you believe sets you apart as an influencer that attracts such participation, like collaborations, like all these brands coming to you? What do you think you are doing which is so unique? There are people who have a lot of followers more than you, but they're not getting any brands.
Yeah.
Like, why this one? She has so little followers, but now I have 100 and I'm not even know.
It's definitely the effort I put in. Like brands can see that this person puts in a lot of effort. Because I'm also such a perfectionist. Like I'd stare at my stuff 100 times before I post or put it
Diligent.
out there. Yes. So I think it's definitely the effort that I put in. Like brands see the effort. Like they really appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
And how I interact with my audience, because brands are not going to want to work with someone who does not engage with their audience. You know, if a certain brand hires you or books you to work with them, and your followers are now asking, where did you buy this, and you're not responding,
yes,
you know,
so don't be too big for your people.
Yes.
So that's you. So brands look at engagement, how you interact
engagement
with your people. Doesn't matter how many followers.
And quality content.
So
Yes, brands
guys,
really appreciate quality content.
the reason why you guys are not getting brands, even if you have a lot of followers, is because you don't engage with your followers. You also are too big for your followers. Don't be too big for your people. Those people that are your bread, right? So can you walk us through the process of collaborating with brands from initial contact to the final execution? What happens? Tell me. Who says
the process?
What? Yes.
Sometimes they approach you.
Sure.
But it's also okay to approach them.
Sure.
So they'll approach you, you know, ask you if you're interested.
Yeah.
They will brief you on what you're going to do, the rates, etc. Obviously, you're allowed to ask questions if you have questions.
Yes.
They really actually appreciate.
So this is going on the email. In email conversation.
Yeah, email conversation. It can also be DMs.
Is it?
Yeah, but I think email is more professional. It makes you look more professional.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just back and forth emails of like a brief of what you'll be doing. Yeah, rates, what they want you to do. Yeah, that's what it is.
Tell me the importance of brief. If you have maybe experienced that. They give you a brief, right? what is a brief and how important is that?
So a brief tells you what you need to do.
Sure.
Like literally.
Yeah.
They will tell you, like, for example, that you need to post an Instagram video posing in this certain outfit. They're going to send you a voucher to maybe buy, you know, their products and post a certain picture. Or this is what you need to do in a reel.
Yes.
Like they will literally tell you what to do in the reel. This is what you need to do. This is who you need to be with.
Yeah.
You need to be holding the product like this.
Yeah.
You need to be saying this. They will give you a script. So a brief is literally, they tell you what to do. It's just instructions on what you need to do.
And after, because, you know, there's so many people. I'm also a victim of it. Sometimes they give me a brief. I just, okay. I do it, I submit. They were like, no, but you didn't do what we said you should do. Then you have to reshoot again. Have you ever come across that?
I've experienced quite a few of those.
Is it?
And it gets so frustrating because the effort that you put in, now you have to start again.
Exactly.
And also sometimes you spend money shooting that content.
But whose fault? Whose fault was it? It was yours, because there was the brief, right? We tend to not really read and understand briefs as influencers or content creators who create content. Personally, there was that part where I saw, they said I should do this, but I missed it. You know, so it's not them. So there's always going back and forth. But the important thing, what I'm trying to emphasize even to people, read your brief more than 5 times before you shoot content.
But sometimes they like make you reshoot for petty reasons, like the lighting, or like they didn't specify that you need to do it with a young person and you did it with your aunt, for example.
Sure.
And now they're making you reshoot, and they can't blame you. Now they have to send you a reshoot budget.
But it's coming with something, though.
Yeah, it's coming with something because they know they also at fault. You know?
But they will never give you a reshoot budget if they said it and you didn't do it.
No, for sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
So that is fair. I get that one.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to the influencers already who are working with brands, especially in your industry, modeling, fashion? The advice of negotiating with the brands. Brand deal, contracts, mutual beneficial collaboration. What advice would you give? Obviously, drawing from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to sound so cliche, but know your worth, guys.
Yeah.
Know your worth. Like, don't just take it because it's filler. Like, you need to know your worth in terms of like the rates.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many other things, but I think the main one is like also not falling apart in the process of being an influencer, because social media can put you under pressure. Social media can put you under a lot of pressure. So don't fall apart, guys. Like, I think people need to remember that social media isn't real. Like, people really live lives that they don't really live in reality. They live a fantasy. So
you must not lose yourself
in
the process. Followers, likes. You must just be you.
Keep authentic. As hard as it is on social media, like, be you. Your audience is out there. Like, there is people for you out there that will relate to your content and like your content. And yeah,
that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your charity work. You know, give and you shall receive.
Yes.
I believe in that.
Yes.
I give a lot. Even this is me part of giving to the people who are going to watch, obviously, through your story. You're doing this charity work with GSPD. We're struggling a little bit with pronunciation. But it's Gauteng sanitation?
Gauteng Sanitary and Philanthropy Drive.
Good, you got it right now.
Guys.
So tell me about what inspired you to get involved with them, and how has your partnership with them been impacting the community?
Yeah, so it all started with, I entered Miss Teen Universe.
Mm-hmm.
I entered Miss Teen Universe,
Yeah.
and the requirements were like working with charity and
Sure.
giving,
Yes.
etc. So at school, I discovered the GSPD organization, and I started working with them, and I genuinely like enjoyed just giving.
Yes.
I enjoyed giving and just seeing the smiles on the kids' faces.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed the charity work, the drives. It was like a whole convoy of cars filled with, pads for the pads drive and
Yeah.
like goodies for all the kids and stuff. So, yeah, eventually I left Miss Teen Universe and I continued with GSPD throughout.
Is it?
So,
Even
yeah.
today.
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You are saving the communities, and that's what we want, in our community.
Mm-hmm.
What are other projects? It was just pairs. What are other stuff that you guys give out to people?
With GSPD?
Yeah.
Canned food, school shoes, stationery, yeah. Besides pads, because it's what we mainly give out is pads for girl children. But also with boys' schools, we do give out like food, toiletries,
Yes.
all that stuff.
And what are your other hopes? Maybe something that you think you can add, or maybe this could be someone. We never know who's watching. To just add on top. What would you wish to just start giving out there, except pads and all those things that you've given so far? But just looking at maybe the demand or the lack of that thing, and you feel like it's very necessary for people to have. What is it? What other hopes do you think could be maybe effective to just continue improving the lives of others? Do you think of any?
That is a good question. I think it's a bit difficult to answer that one because a majority of the stuff I'm thinking about is already being given, education.
But what sort of education? It's also good because it doesn't mean that if this education is effective, our education system is not. And it's not the lie, remember I said I'm going to come to the financial part. Something that you get taught at home, honestly, effectively. I'm teaching he's turning 4 in September, my 4-year-old son, that you should do 4 things with money. You must give it, you must spend it, you must invest it, and you must save it. He's 4. He knows already. They will never teach us at school.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a need of updated kind of education that is needed. So, as much as, yes, we do have education, I feel like there's more that we can educate people. Things that are effective, things are changing now. The world is changing. You understand? That you can add on the list. And what others do you think of? If you could think of any now. Education, yeah. I can take that. The one that we have is old. So do you think of any sort of something that maybe can just keep on adding up to change people's lives? If there's nothing, no pressure. Trust me.
I don't know. More kindness, maybe?
Kindness.
Yeah.
How do you share kindness? Oh, wow. This is beautiful.
Yeah, more kindness. People are going through things, guys.
Yeah, just be kind.
Yeah,
This is an individual
those kids
thing.
need a lot of love and kindness.
Practical work. Can you just go and just spend time with them?
Yes.
Even if you're not giving anything.
Definitely. Even with GSPD, even after giving, we spend time with the kids.
Wow.
We do spend time
Shout
with
out
the
to
kids.
GSPD.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. We need more of you guys.
Yes.
I'm gonna come to a part where it's so random. I didn't tell anyone about this, but it's fun questions, trivia questions.
Oh my god.
But I'm gonna test you. I'm gonna test your social media understanding, right?
I don't know if I have the brains right now.
Trust me, you need to know. You're on social media. You must know where you are, right? I'm just gonna do this quickly.
Okay.
Anyone with questions, guys, from the back, or you guys, right? You can ask me also. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I saw your mom. I think your mom came in. Eh?
She did.
She is.
She's here.
Oh, okay.
It would be so nice to actually being asked by your mom.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh my gosh.
Mom.
I think it will be fun, right? Let's put fun. Let's put some fun in this.
No, Mom is like, no, not today.
Not today.
Said no.
She's thinking, I'm gonna put my daughter in the spot. You know, but that's okay.
She's introverted.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nah, it's understandable. So what I'm gonna do, I hope these questions are not difficult for you, right? I'm just hoping.
I hope so too.
You have a question? Oh yeah. Remember you were like you wanted to ask? Please, this is your time now. Before I ask a question.
Okay, before I ask a question, when did you start?
When did I start?
Like, bongakanani, boneminyaka emingaki?
Oh, mangqala the modeling industry. I started. When did I start? Like properly becoming a freelance model, I started in 2021.
So you were 17.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
so that's like
The mic. The
3
mic.
years ago.
We want that voice to be heard there. Are we
Ubani igama lakho ngiyaxolisa ngifike ngisiza.
Matladi.
Matladi?
Yes. People find it hard to pronounce.
Matladi.
Yes.
Mina ngumZulu Matladi.
Yeah. So, do you want to ask more questions?
Yeah, I'll ask that question and add something.
All right. Do you want to ask it now?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I can go.
Yeah.
Hi Matladi.
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
And congratulations for the amazing work that you are doing.
Thank
At
you.
a young age as you're doing amazing, and I hope you continue inspiring young people. I have a question. There are many people who are facing challenges when it comes to modeling and or to become an artist. You said you started doing this professionally when you were 17.
Yes.
And let's assume that, because I think from what you were saying, you had a good support from your family. But let's assume that you come from a family where nobody believes in you and nobody thinks that you can achieve, you can become a model.
Mm-hmm.
And that person is 17 years old, and assume it's you. What would you tell yourself? So that, and assuming that you have become what you have become, but what would you tell that person? What would you tell her or him or her to do in order to become the next you? Thank you.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. What I tell that person is an individual, and at some point they're gonna be on their own in life, you know. So parents deciding for their kids what they need to do isn't right.
It's not right.
It's not right. So I definitely tell that person to follow their hearts, even though they're in a situation where their parents are just like, no. They just have to sit down with them and like make them understand wholeheartedly that this is what I want to do. Please allow me to do it.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Because sometimes it might be very disrespectful not to do what.
Because not everyone can be doctors also
Ne?
and engineers. Like I chose the art route.
Yes.
You know,
and
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your parents were there to support
My
you.
parents were supportive.
That's
My
beautiful.
mom is supportive. My dad is supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even my little brother was supportive. When I got my new iPhone and ring light, he was there. He was snapping me like my brother was.
Nice.
Shout out to my brother also. Shout out to my brother.
And that question he asked, because there's so many young people, and they are
Yeah.
limited based on their parents' convictions and the mindset. They'll say, go to school. And parents are not wrong, honestly, because
No,
they
they're
just
not wrong.
that's the only thing that they know that works.
Yeah.
So they're trying to protect their children. And that's something that also obviously we should talk about in this platform, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a point where a parent understands their children, and there has to be a point where children understand themselves too.
Yeah.
So they have to merge together
Yes.
and say, support me on this.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're sending our children to school and then they graduate, guys, and there are no
And then what?
jobs.
Exactly.
And they feel so
the unemployment
useless.
rate, guys.
And they feel so useless. And that person, she's a very good singer.
Yeah.
You know, so let's try to change all these things through support, but it needs a child to understand what they're good at. But when you're still young, parents must be very observant. Must just look. You said your mom used to.
And they even, like, my mom would follow up with my talent.
That's what we need.
Like, she would follow up with it.
That's what
I appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're blessed.
It wasn't a thing of like, no, this is art. It
Yeah.
doesn't bring in money. You have to be a doctor. You have to be this. No. Like, they were so supportive.
That's a blessing.
Because I think they saw how talented I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. And parents, please do support your children in this economy.
Yeah.
School, it's good. Yes, good
Yeah,
for
we're
fun.
not saying stop going. Get that degree, but you can also
Yes, you can do all these things.
just have that degree on the side. Just
I always tell this, and it's not a bragging. I have my 9 to 5, but look here what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is what I love. 9 to 5 is what sustains me and pays for my expenses.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna ask you the questions that obviously I promised. It's gonna be like 10 questions. I have a gift for you. Just for coming from Easybet.
thank you.
Easybet were like, don't invite someone and not give them anything. You must give them something at least. So it's just a little thing. Thank you.
Thank
For your
you.
time, you know. So, but before you get it, so you must get 5 for you to get this. Easybet, I'm not gonna make it
Why
easy.
so many questions? 10. 10 questions.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it easy.
Oh, guys, you're taking me back to school.
But it's about social media.
Oh,
and
okay,
what you
social
do.
media, okay.
Yeah. At least 5.
Okay.
Then, but obviously,
Okay.
I'm just trying to make
Okay,
it so
okay.
interesting. What is the maximum number of characters allowed in a tweet of a Twitter, a normal Twitter, basic Twitter, not the paid one? Number of characters.
What do you mean by number of characters?
Like character, like if you say T is 1 character, H 2, there 3. So there's 3 characters if you are writing, if you're typing. Do you know?
In terms of Twitter?
Yeah.
I don't have and use Twitter, so I wouldn't
Okay.
know.
Boom. Wrong. So it's 280.
I wouldn't
It was
know.
280. 280 characters. After that, they limit you can't type anymore.
Oh, the limit.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Social media platforms primarily focus on sharing photos and videos that disappears after 24 hours.
That's a story.
It's a platform.
Yeah. Instagram.
It's a platform. It came before even for Instagram. It was a thing. Ladies, they use it sometimes for filtering.
Oh, Snapchat. Oh, okay.
One, very one right.
Okay.
The term used to describe the act of paying social media influencers to promote products or services.
The term used to...
Describe the act of paying social media influencers to promote products.
Compensation.
It's the term that we use. What do you say? We were talking about it.
Right.
No. Think. Even in that statement, the answer is there.
Please
The
say
term used to describe the act of paying social media influencers. Paying social media influencers to promote. What do you call it?
paying social
Marketing. Marketing.
brand marketing.
I'm gonna give you last chance.
Social media marketing.
I told you some of the answers on the statement. The term used to describe the act of paying social media influencers to promote products or services is marketing.
Influencer marketing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Influencer marketing. So you go to the popular social media platform known for its short-form video content, often featuring dances and challenges.
TikTok.
Because you use it, right?
Because I use it, yeah.
In the world of modeling, runway refers to a narrow, often elevated platform of which models showcase clothing and... Okay, what does runway mean? Actually, I think I gave you an answer. In modeling, what is runway?
What does runway mean?
Yeah. What is the runway? When you say runway modeling, what is happening? This is your
You're
brand.
modeling.
No, but what is... Describe it for someone who doesn't know.
You walk on a ramp in designer clothing. That's what runway modeling is.
Elevated platform in which models showcase clothing and accessories during a fashion show.
Yes.
Right. She got it. This 3. Dumi, you wanted to talk?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm just finishing now. The term used to describe a person who has a large following on social media and is considered influential within a specific niche.
What is the term for that?
Mm.
It can't be influencer, can it?
Why not?
Okay, influencer. No, because people are gonna fight. Like,
it's called social media influencer, by the way.
Social media influencer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The most common types of content shared on Instagram is?
The most common types of content shared. Lifestyle content?
Types of content.
Oh, types, more than one.
Types. You know, type of content is in the book also, guys. You get my book. There's types of content. Video is type of content.
Oh. Can you ask the question again?
Yeah. So the most common type of content shared on Instagram. The most common.
Video content.
It now became a video content.
Yeah.
But it was photos in the beginning. Yeah. So photos, videos, those are the things that type of content that are shared. I'm gonna... Guys, nani ningene? Yeah. Give her a break. The term okay, this one is for you, unfortunately. The term used to describe a series of photos taken to showcase a model's versatility and range of potential clients or agencies is
a media kit.
In a modeling, in a fashion thing. You spoke about it. It's called a... Help there, guys. Yes.
Oh, media kit portfolio. Okay. Basically.
So it says a series of photos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, a portfolio.
Social media platform that allows users to save and organize ideas for project and interest through images and videos. I start with P.
Pinterest.
Yes. Hey, we have a social... Yes, Pinterest. Do you have a social media specialist? Where you gonna know?
I think I was gonna know because I use Pinterest a lot. Yeah.
Yes. So it says a platform that allows users to save and organize ideas for projects and interest through images and videos. The last one. Guys, how many minutes do we have there? 0 minutes?
Really?
Okay, I'm asking you guys. Guys, this is a closing. Remember, 3 E's: entertain, educate, and encourage. So we are getting entertained within the educational component of it, right? Which planet is known as the red planet? This is for everyone.
Mars.
Are you asking me?
This is for everyone.
The red planet.
Yes.
Mars.
Yeah, I think it's Mars.
Okay.
What is it?
Yeah,
What is the answer? Is it Mars?
Yes, Mars, guys. You, Matladi.
Yeah.
What is the chemical symbol of water?
H2O.
So yeah, this is the last one. Obviously, everyone is gonna get this one. In which year did the Titanic sink?
Yo. It's at the
Everyone.
tip of my tongue.
Everyone.
In which year
The
did
whole studio. Master. The answer. What's the answer?
We need an answer here.
Yo. And it's at the tip of my tongue.
Guys, Master is the one who's in charge here, so he cannot not afford to know.
Yes.
Are you talking about which year the movie was made out?
When did it sink? Which?
1912.
What does your answer say? What do you
Yeah,
say?
it's 1912.
No, why did you say that?
Matladi, thank you so much for coming to the
Thank
NOCHILL
you so
podcast,
much,
for
man.
honoring my invite. I don't take things lightly. Trust me. I invited you. I know everything that I asked you, you answered it very well. And I think someone who's inspiring or aspiring to become a model, a fashionista, and make money with it, they have the idea now where to start. What are your last words talking to that person now? Anything. I'm giving you like at least just 3 minutes talking. Go all out for that person. Because they need this. They need this. There. That's the camera.
My last words. I don't have much to say, but like, don't give up, guys. Use your talents and stay beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say.
You've been saying a lot. No? So how do people follow you and how can they get in touch with you? Obviously, social media platforms, yeah. I'll put them on the description though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matladi on Instagram and Matladi2 on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out guys, Bafetu. Let's meet next Sunday. Is my camera off? Oh, okay. Guys, let's meet. The cameras are switching off. Is there anything that you want to say before I close?
You guys can continue talking before you close while we fix your cam.
Oh yes, guys, this is raw. I can shoot the camera there. We're not gonna type anything. So, just to remind people who are watching, Easybet is the one that sponsored this episode. Obviously, thank you so much, Easybet, for continually helping us to do this. This production, trust me, Buffett, is not cheap. So we need at least sponsors to help us to raise this community, to educate through this platform. So Easybet, we thank you so much. And guys, go download the app. Go download the app. Remember, we're not saying go bet if you don't. For those who are already betting, Easybet, they make it easy for you to bet. That's their slogan. We make betting easy. So there's a link there. You're going to get even the bonus. NOCHILL, you use the NOCHILL to sign up. The code NOCHILL is going to show here somewhere here. I'll put the link under the description. But I think they said we should give you this.
Thank you.
I think, okay, it's something you see when you get home.
Okay,
But
thank you so much
for coming.
Also, shout out to this pillow for the moral support.
I've been here. And I brought it today. It's like I knew Ray it would be needed.
Right,
But thank you so much, guys. 362 Studios, thank you for always showing up. I can't call all your names here, too many guys. Shout out. Let's meet next week. I'm out.